Part 3, the main dialogue. This is where the brunt of work used to be done, at least with the segmented project planner. Now I've made the layer tuner equally as capable as the main dialogue, so you can do your work in either place, whatever feels good to you. At the moment I've got a metric project displayed here. Up above we have the grid, which has all the project details. For each layer we have the number of sides, the height of the layer, outer diameter, thickness of the wall for that layer. Actually, it's the thickness of the segment itself, not the wall thickness. Stagger, if that's being used. The miter angle, which is strictly determined by the number of sides. Length of the segment at the outer edge. The length of the board needed to do that. And the width of the board needed to do that. We also have the glue-up diameter, which for the top ring would be from that point to that point. So it's the largest diameter of the ring. We also have board foot cost for that layer and the ring cost for that layer, not including labor, of course. We all work for free. In the pictures we have a side view and a top view. The side view currently has the layer numbers displayed so we can see which layer we're on, and we have the inner and outer wall placements. At least that's where the program thinks they are. The red being the outer, the blue being the inner wall. And I've got the line width set up to 3 pixels so you can readily see it on the screen here. The right hand side has the view of the project viewed from the top down. That's the current ring only. We can click on the grid to select a ring that we want to display. Or we have the local rings function, which gives us one ring on the top view and 1, 2, 3 adjacent rings in the side view. And we can change which view we're looking at by clicking one of the views outside of the one we're actually on. So here's the left view, is the nitty-gritty of everything that's there. The project detail gives us just the edge-on view at the wall, and that's used for primarily worrying about the thickness of your wall and the uniformity of your wall thickness. Normally the first thing you do when you're going to come to this area is to pick a project that you want to work on or start from. So here's the gallery that shows a picture for each of the projects that I've worked on, and I'm going to pick this one. There's the project. We just created that just a little bit ago in one of the earlier parts. Wall thickness doesn't look too good, so the first thing we'll do is we'll run AutoBowl, which automates the function of figuring out how thick each one of these segments needs to be to achieve a given thickness of the final turned wall. I normally turn it with a 1/4 inch, so that's my default value. Calculate that, and there we have it. Pretty darn good, except for layer 7. It's got a little bit of a pinch in it. I'm going to change that 1/2 inch thickness to 5/8. So we have it. There's several other things that we can do here. Well, one of the things we can do is think about doing a report so we can take down to the shop and actually build this thing. We can either press the print button, or we can go over to the file, print, project report. And we'll put it out to PDF file so you can see it. There we have the project report. We'll blow it up to full size. Basically replicates the project grid in the data that's contained. and though you can't necessarily see it in this particular view, is that all of these different columns can all be different colors if you wish. So like the three most important things that you care about when you go down to the shop are the edge length, board length, and the width of the board. So I might want to make those in red or blue. So I don't even look at the rest of the thing, because I already know what miter angle I'm going to use for the whole project. So once I've set it, I can forget it. One other report that could be interesting is the turning report. I'll show you what that looks like. And then for each layer, it gives you its position in the project vertically, and the outer diameter and inner diameter at that point. So you can use this to precisely measure your turning of your project so you can get it exactly the way you want it. What I normally do is not to provide any excess material in the thickness of these segments. So if I want a 1/4 inch wall, I'm going to make it for a 1/4 inch wall, and that means all I have to do is turn it till it's round on the inside, turn it till it's round on the outside, and fair in each layer to its neighbor, and I'm done. I'm going to be about a 1/4 inch at my wall thickness, and the thing's going to look smooth and even. But if you want bigger pieces, then you might need the turning report to guide you along the way as to what to turn. One thing you can definitely see in this side view with the project detail view is how little material we actually waste. Just those little bits. Most of our waste is right there at the bottom. Very little waste going on. Okay, that's it for now on the main dialog.